We always knew about headlines with him. So Ozzy passed, and then the last name that we're gonna talk about that passed away, and this one is the one that basically kind of stirred up like a lot of controversy, and it was the passing of Hulk Hogan, aka Terry Bollea. So the Hawk passed away, and it was like a day after, or maybe even like the same day. But a headline that I saw that Ric Flair had beat cancer, he beat melanoma, and then we see Hulk Hogan pass away, and so yes, right away it was shocking. Like for me, I was like, oh dang, Hulk Hogan. But then I one as a entertainer, I never was a fan of Hulk Hogan. I never thought he was the best wrestler. He was the face of wrestling, and I think he's very iconic, and you can never take that away from him. Like what he's done, what he did for that entertainment industry. You can never take that away. But I remember like, like, yeah, Hulk Hogan don't fuck with us like that. Hulk Hogan don't fuck with us like that. And then obviously the controversy we bringing up or rehashing is the fact that he used a lot of racial slurs when and I don't know if this was just a private recording or if this was on video, but there was definitely audio recording of him talking about his daughter dating interracially, and he was basically dropping the hard R N word and describing him, and kept saying it, and it's like, yeah, I don't want her with he wasn't saying a black guy, and that's the thing, he wasn't saying black guy. I don't want her with a black, he didn't say I don't want her with a black guy. I don't want her with an N word. Maybe she should get a athlete N word that's 8 feet tall, but and like he was just saying like a bunch of weird stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, man. The tap dancing that I seen online about this type of stuff, where people are justifying it because of who he is. They're justifying it because of his age and saying like, oh, back in the day, you know what I mean. People just wanted to be like, he come from an era where people didn't really mix races, whatever. And you can hold those opinions maybe like privately, but like once you start dropping n words and like dropping the hard R on top of that, it's like it becomes it's not about it's deeper than that. You know what I mean? And then you had the people justifying like, oh yeah, like because the boyfriend was a bum. It's not that she didn't want her to date black dudes. He didn't want her to date a broke black dude, whatever. But I'm like but the thing is he degraded us. He didn't just say black man. He was saying N word, N word, N word, right? And I seen a lot of people kind of tap dancing around that and was just like, yeah, well, I don't like my daughter around this type of person either. And I'm like, yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, when you have a public image, and you are especially like what he kind of stood for, America, and he's supposed to be this revered hero. It's kind of weird that you talking that way. I mean, because yeah, you have a lot of black fans, you know what I'm saying, but like, is that how you feel about your black audience? um and obviously then the talk is, people were defending just his legacy, and I don't think you can't deny what he did. Like, you can't deny his impact on wrestling, on pro wrestling. But like, everybody don't gotta like it, and everybody don't gotta respect his legacy. I seen a couple people trying to separate almost the character and person, and that one of those people was like Michael Rappaport. And so he was like, "Yeah, man, don't disrespect the Hulk," like, and talking about all the joy that he brought. And I kind of got what he was saying, because he's trying to separate like Hulk Hogan, the idea of Hulk Hogan, the persona of Hulk Hogan, the character of Hulk Hogan is it's one thing, and like maybe the racist is Terry Bollea. However, we can do that, and we can make that separation. However, but like, no, I don't think because we was calling her Brooke Hogan. We wasn't calling her Brooke Balia. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's definitely, it's not cool, man. It's not cool. And I think you can definitely love what he did for wrestling, but still not really fully fuck with him. You know what I mean? Now, again, my age, You mean I seen Hulk Hogan wrestle and things like that, but like I had a whole different group of wrestlers that I was like that I enjoyed watching. And if any of my favorite wrestlers, were founded because I can't do nothing with your thoughts and like your inner monologue. I can't police that. But like if you saying stuff out loud and talking reckless, then yeah, we can say stuff about that. But my favorites was guys like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, of course the Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. I like Sting. I mean, a lot of guys from WCW like Dean Malenko, like guys like that. Now, if it came out that they was racist and talking crazy, then I would back away. I'm not invested in wrestling that way, so I'm not gonna tap dance and make excuses for a grown ass man for the way he's talking and the way that he most likely feels about black people. So I'm not gonna do that. So what do you think? What do you think about these deaths? Uh, did all of them surprise you? Were you sad for one person in particular or the other? What do you think, man? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. And then Brooke Hogan asked to be taken off. Oh snap! This just in. Brooke Hogan asked to be taken off of Hawk's will receive nothing from estate. Here it goes. It says Brooke Hogan is deep in grief over the loss of her dad, Hulk Hogan, after his passing last week. But when it comes to his massive estate, she's chosen to remove herself and stay all the way out of legal proceedings. Sources close to Brooke tell TMZ that in 2023, she asked to be removed from Hawk's will because she didn't trust a single person around him and didn't want to get caught up in the financial battle when he passed. We're told all Brooke ever really wanted was to protect her dad from people she felt was taking advantage of him. But after years of disagreeing with Hawk over the matter, she reached out to his financial manager and asked herself removed from the will. Brooks saddened he didn't trust her to have his back, but bottom line, she's never been about money and won't be getting any from his estate, and she's totally okay with it. Somebody chat wizard nigga said chat grand wizard chat nigga said she doing too much. Just take your daddy money. That's funny. So wow, I did not know that. I did not know that. Wow. All right. So yeah, so what do you think? What do you think about that? What do you think about everything that's going on? I just had to add that update because that's kind of where I was at. I was actually moving on to my next topic, and then I kind of saw that kind of just popped up. All right, let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. So we got some updates just in general when it comes to social media, just some things that have been kind of arising as of late. And one of those things that we're going to talk about is some sports personalities are under fire, under fire. So one personality lost their job, right? One personality lost their job, and the other person might lose their freedom. And I'm just gonna pull these up here real quick, just so we're on the same page. Oh no, it's not on that account. Hold on one second, y'all. Let's see what we got. And I'm just gonna kind of read headlines. I'm not even gonna go too deep on it. But it says the internet reacts after Shannon Sharpe gets fired from ESPN and Gilbert Arenas is arrested. All right. So um let's see. Black sports media down 1,000. Gilbert Arenas was mocking Malik Beasley for getting in trouble for gambling last month. He was arrested today for allegedly running an illegal gambling business with seven other members. He also congratulated Terry Rozier for his case getting dropped. Right. So yeah, so Gil, we all know he's a media personality, but like more on YouTube, social media realms. He doesn't work for like a major network. And we know that sports betting is prevalent. And so apparently people are like kind of pointing out that like, yo, he made fun of a couple guys that got kind of booked up with some or got in trouble for different sports betting incidents. and lo and behold, he possibly may have been running a ring, and it was taking place at his home, and so we'll see. We'll get more details as we kind of go. Let's see. Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharpe news hit the timeline like a tactical nuke. No more podcasts from Gilbert Arenas. People are happy. It looked like people are celebrating. Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharpe are reminders of how stupid rich people can be. He should have listened to Monique. Oh snap! All right. So with Shannon Sharpe, I guess maybe it's disappointing that he got fired. I'm wondering why it took this long. I think I have a reason. I think I know why. So he hasn't been on. He hasn't. He's been kind of like suspended from ESPN since April, and so Shannon Sharpe was facing that lawsuit. He ended up settling. So we did reach it. He did reach a settlement in that case, right?